I'd like to now call this meeting to order. Please join me for the flag salute. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Trustee Acosta? Trustee Chang?
Here.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Present.
Trustee Mejia?
Here.
Trustee Palermo? Vice President Parkinson?
Yes.
Trustee Dr. Pizzatelli?
Yes.
Trustee Portillo?
Here.
President Rodas?
Yes.
New Jersey? The New Jersey Open Public Meeting Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend meetings of any public body at which any business affecting their interest is discussed and acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of the Act, the School Business Administrator, Board Secretary, has caused notice of this meeting to be sent to the following, announcing time and place thereof, agenda, etc. New Jersey Journal, Administration Bulletin Board, and the district website.
Okay, before we start today's meeting, I would like us all to have a moment of silence for the death of Rhoda Roque, our mayor's mother. She just passed away on Tuesday, and I would just like for all of us to have a moment of silence, please. Thank you.
Okay, this evening for Board Secretary Communications, I just have a few minor items. The first one is this evening is the first reading of Policy 5612. Unfortunately, our internet is not working here, but it is a policy regarding assaults on District Board of Education members or employees. It is a mandatory policy by the state of New Jersey. So tonight will be the first reading. So at the next regular scheduled meeting, the board will have a second reading of the policy and adopt the policy. So in the interim, if there's any questions, please feel free to contact the superintendent regarding the policy. The other thing that's not on here, but I wanted to just call to your attention, the state and their ultimate wisdom passed a new law, which I passed out to all the board members, and it was approved May 7, 2015 by the Assembly, the Senate and Assembly, and it requires that annually the school business administrator submit a written report to the Board of Education on district contracts. And I provided you a copy of the law and then the list, which really is just an extract of the minutes. I just took the minutes for the last year and the date of the meeting and the motion number and kind of a brief description of what it was. I'm sorry this is late, but the state just passed this law, and you'll see on the act, it says this act shall take effect immediately, and this must be done annually by June 30th. So I just wanted to make sure that it was done. If you have any questions, it just says the law says that she'll submit a written report. So,
When did you get this information? If it was May 7th, it's now.
I just
It's
got
over a
it
month.
on June 2nd. Is when I received it. So
It would be better if we'd gotten this ahead of time.
I'm sorry, the state, does things in their own time, and by the time we got it from the county office, it was at the beginning of June. So it just needs to be a written report submitted to the board, so we satisfy the requirements of the law. No, it does not. It just says that the school business administrator shall submit a written report. So we have the written reports attached to the copy of the law. The other thing is that we had on the communications was discussion of representatives for the association. There's three different associations that that school boards has: the county school boards, the New Jersey school boards, and then the school boards association delegate. And we need a board member for each one of those items. I tried to get a brief description from Charlene, our representative from school boards, and she told me that she'll provide it to me in the next few days. So as soon as I get that, I'll pass it on to everyone. I guess once you know what the job is, then you can get volunteers to fill those positions.
Yeah, I agree.
So
So we'll hold off on selecting those individuals until we have more information, schedules, what the roles are.
Well, I couldn't hear what you said, so would you please repeat it?
Under communications, number 2 is discussion for representatives for associations. The New Jersey School Board Association has 3 different groups that meet periodically. They have the County School Boards Association, the New Jersey School Boards Association, and they need an association delegate. The members of this board need to serve on each one of those committees. So I asked our school board representative, Charlene, for a description of each of those jobs, and she told me that she'll provide it to me in the next couple of days. And once I get that, I'll share that with the board, so that way you kind of know what you're getting yourself into when you volunteer for the position.
So there's the three positions
Yes.
are again county, New Jersey School Boards Association, just member, and then a specific delegate, correct?
Yes.
So I've been the county rep for the past, I was appointed last year, we did this. And the delegate, I think, is, the school boards has one or two legislative events each year. And so you go down there and you'd be eligible to go in the School Board Association legislative meeting.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear a word you said.
I couldn't hear you over.
I said last year when we did this, I've been the county rep for the past year. So I've been to most of the monthly county meetings. And I don't think that last year we selected a delegate for the school board's rep. I know for the delegate, that's a special, it's a special either yearly or sometimes they have 2 meetings per year. The School Board Association itself has its own legislative process. So they just had, I think they had their meeting back in May. So I don't think we sent anybody.
Okay, thank you.
They just put this speaker on, so now we were able to hear.
Okay, now I'll turn the floor over to the superintendent.
Thank you, Kevin. I just have several awards. I'm going to step down into the podium now. I would like President Otis, Vice President Parkinson, Trustee Dr. Pizzatelli to come join me. Good evening. First award we're going to give out deals with our Fine Arts Department. I'd like to read a little blurb that was written by one of our play directors at Memorial High School, Mr. Stephen Hempel. This year, Memorial High School Drama Club entered the Rising Star Awards competition hosted by the Paper Mill Playhouse. 97 high schools throughout the state of New Jersey were in competition. One of the categories entered by Memorial was the Student Achievement Award, an award recognizing the talents of students associated with this year's musical production, Little Shop of Horrors. It's a great play. They're not necessarily involved with the performing in this production. In mid-May, Mr. Hempel was notified that 2 seniors who were completely engrossed with making the Skid Row curtain were nominated. On June 2nd, 2015, at Paper Mill Playhouse, the award was presented. Memorial High School students, out of 97 high school competition, Marilyn Sanchez and Jose Sosa were selected as winners in this category. Mr. Hempel was unable to attend the Paper Mill House ceremony, but now is honored. He wanted to have a gift to give to these individuals, plus the board would like to honor them. So if those 2 individuals, Marilyn Sanchez and Jose Sosa, please come up. And I'm going to ask Trustee Parkinson, who's a big advocate of the fine arts, to join in the presentation with President Rogers. Give him a nice round of applause. Thank you. Now I have two athletic awards I'd like to present. I'd like to call up Dr. Crisatelli, who is a big advocate of the athletic department. One of our faculty members, one of our coaches, John Winggerter, who is retiring at the end of this year, recently achieved his 400th victory as boys volleyball coach. Not to count how many victories he had as girls volleyball coach. So John, can you please come up here so Dr. Crisatelli can Thank you, John. I've known John for a long time, and I have one other award to give out to one of our athletes, and calling up Dr. Crisatelli. Again, I was the board trustee for the Fine Arts. Stephen has said everybody, Dr. Crisatelli is battling for this athletic department. Unbelievable. I'd like to call up Sophia Pardo, who was recently the Hudson County Athlete of the Week. Sophia? Okay, I don't see you here, so John, would you be able to take this into school tomorrow? Sure. To the athletic director so he can present it to Sophia. Thank you, John. Thank you, board trustees. Just again want to thank the board trustees because they've been active in so many things in our school system, from plays to athletic events, to attending events. It's a great thing to see them at these different events. And I know the students and the faculty greatly appreciate it. I'd like to mention one other thing in my report. I gave each of the trustees a copy of a letter from Commissioner David Hespy from the Department of Education. Memorial High School, which was a focus school for the last couple of years, has exited the status of focus school. And I want to congratulate, the commissioner congratulated Memorial High School. I want to congratulate Principal Scott Wolbeck and his staff, central office staff, for working hard to get Memorial out of this focus status. This is a tremendous accomplishment. I know Ms. Giacomo is here tonight, and I want to just thank her for all our efforts. My other reports are all on file, attendance, health records, and are available if anybody wants to. That concludes my report.
Okay, at this point, the public portion of the meeting is now concluded. The board will now recess into executive session to discuss items which fall within an exception of our open public meetings policy and permits the board to have private discussions since it deals with specific exceptions contained in New Jersey statutes annotated 10:4-12B. This evening, the board will be discussing matters of personnel affecting current or prospective employees, matters of litigation, which are contract negotiations, and other matters as rendered confidential by law, student disciplinary hearings. Be it resolved that the Board of Education will now recess into executive session to discuss the aforementioned matters. Any discussion held by the board which do not remain confidential will remain public as soon as practical. Minutes of the executive session will not be disclosed until the need for confidentiality no longer exists. The board may take action on these items following executive session. May I have a motion to recess to executive session?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Motion made by trustee Damaris Gonzalez, seconded by trustee Parkinson. Roll call, please.
Trustee Acosta? Trustee Chang?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Mejia?
Yes.
Trustee Palermo? Not here. Trustee, Vice President Parkinson?
Yes.
Trustee Dr. Pizzatelli?
Yes.
Trustee Portillo?
Yes.
President Rodas?
Yes.
This evening, we do have a translator present, and the public will have an opportunity to address the board when we return from executive session. My guesstimate of the time would be, I would say, probably at least an hour, since we do have student disciplinary hearings this evening. And so our translator will be present for anyone who needs those services when we return.